What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're throwing it way back to one of the most iconic American muscle cars ever made, the 1970 Pontiac GTO. This beast wasn't just a car, it was a symbol of raw power, bold styling, and the golden era of Detroit muscle. If you're a fan of vintage horsepower and timeless design, buckle up because we're about to dive deep into a legend. Asterisk starting up front. The 1970 Pontiac GTO hits you with a bold and aggressive face, the split grille design tucked tightly. Between the dual headlights, screams attitude. Pontiac added new Enduro front bumpers in this model year, which were body-colored and designed to take minor impacts without damage. A pretty futuristic feature for its time. The functional hood scoops give it that menacing look, and if you were lucky enough to get the Ram Air 4 option, those scoops weren't just for show. They actually fed cold air directly into the engine for more power. Asterisk moving to the side profile. The GTO is pure muscle, long, low, and wide, with those unmistakable flowing lines and bulging fenders. It rides on 14-inch rally, two wheels wrapped in thick rubber, giving it a stance that means business. The doors are large, the body panels are clean, and the overall silhouette feels like it's always in motion even when parked. Chrome accents are just enough to add flair without being too flashy. Staying true to that muscle car essence. Asterisk now swing around to the rear, and you're met with those broad tail lights housed in a chrome strip that runs the width of the car. The back end is as bold as the front, featuring dual exhaust tips that promise thunder with every startup. There's a subtle lip spoiler integrated into the trunk. And let's not forget the iconic GTO badging, just in case you forgot what was chasing you down the road. Asterisk inside. The 1970 GTO is all business with a touch of luxury. The cockpit is driver-focused, with a deeply recessed instrument panel featuring large, round gauges. The dash is clean and simple, wrapped in wood grain trim for that upscale feel. Bucket seats come standard, and they hug you in all the right ways, at least by 1970 standards. You've got a classic 3-spoke steering wheel, a Hurst shifter if you opted for the manual, and even an 8-track player for that period-correct driving playlist. The cabin isn't the most spacious, but it's got all the attitude you'd expect from a car born to run. Asterisk under the hood is where the GTO truly earned its stripes. The standard engine was a 400 cubic inch V8 pumping out 350 horsepower. But if you really wanted to stir things up, you could opt for the 455 Ho V8s producing a massive 500 pounds-ft of torque. That's not a typo. 500. These engines were built to launch off the line with enough force to pin you to the seat and burn rubber through the first few gears. 0 to 60, looking at just over 6 seconds. Not bad for a nearly 55-year-old machine. Asterisk handling wasn't exactly its strongest suit, but it did feature heavy-duty suspension, power front disc brakes, and even an optional rear sway bar. It was built to go fast in a straight line and look damn good doing it. Asterisk as for price. Back in 1970, a base GTO would set you back around $3,300, but today, if you want a clean, well-preserved example, expect to pay anywhere from $40,000 to $80,000 depending on condition, originality, and engine options. Rare versions like the Judge or Ram Air 4 models can push past the 6-figure mark with ease at classic auctions. Asterisk so, is the 1970 Pontiac GTO still worth the hype? Absolutely. It's a piece of muscle car royalty that brings thunderous power, head-turning design, and a legacy that still dominates car culture decades later. Asterisk, thanks for watching guys. If you enjoyed this trip down muscle memory lane, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more classic car content, and drop a comment with your favorite vintage ride. Until next time, stay fast, stay loud, and keep the wheels spinning.